Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hey
Hello.
Boo. I'm sorry. Welcome to Hey Boo. I'm Jackie. Oh, we switched up today. That's Emmy.
I want to be on
And
the bottom.
that's Chrissy. That's
Hi.
Chrissy. How y'all doing?
I'm
I
doing
did it
good.
right
Doing
this
good. I'm
time.
trying to turn off my alerts here. How's everybody today?
Hi, Irene. Hi, Eric.
How was y'all's week? Good?
Busy,
Doing
but
good.
yes, good.
I'm trying to get my alerts turned off. Oh, I'm like so behind. Ah, okay. I think I'm good. I think I have them turned off. We will see. Hopefully, because it's the woohoo, woohoo. That's
Ooh,
a
yeah, I like
little
that
annoying.
noise. I need that noise to activate Howard. Need that noise to activate Howard. So, we're going to continue talking from last week about money. What's
I think
on the
that's
money?
cool.
What you got on money?
Money, money, money. You know what? I actually collected $2 bills during the week too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have anything on it? Did you look at it?
I didn't look it up, just but give me one moment. Or Chrissy could look. No, I'll look it up. Chrissy's usually better at this than I am. Hold on.
I looked up symbolism because I know we had talked a little bit last week, the symbols that was on some of the money. And we were talking about, there are symbols throughout history that, people mistake for things and take it as a bad omen or emblem or symbol of something bad. So I actually looked up the pentagram and I dove into some of the history behind that and when it originated and different things. I found there was a YouTube video that a girl did that kind of gave the history timeline from it, and I did verify it on other websites, and her information was pretty accurate. But the pentagram's been around a very, 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 very long time, and it didn't even become evil until I think like the 60s or 70s. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's interesting how you can take something that was good and used for mathematics and in ancient Greek times and then turn it into something evil today.
Here, I'm
I
going to send this
know,
to you,
huh?
Chrissy.
Yeah. That is weird.
Did you send it to me, Emmy?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to.
Okay.
I was reading it, and that's actually really, really cool. Like,
Oh wow, okay. Let's see. So do you want me to share the pictures that are kind of the different ones?
if you want, but I was reading the fun facts about the $2 bill. Nickname Tom
Okay,
because they
well,
featured Thomas Jefferson.
I'm gonna share the picture and then you
Yeah.
can give the
Oh,
fun
okay.
facts as they're looking at the pictures. So give me half a second here. Okay, there you go, Jackie.
Oh, okay.
All right. Take it away, Emmy.
Okay, so the infamous $2 bill. It talks about 2 days, 220, 220, 22. In honor of like the number twos day. We encourage you to spend a $2 bill, also known as Tom. While the $2 bill is in circulation today, it has always been somewhat scarce. Therefore, presenting a $2 bill for payment may elicit confusion, nostalgia, or even a smile or a happy story. Now, the ones I have are the two bottom ones, the bicentennial.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
And I believe these ones are silver certificates. I didn't read on these, but the New York Battleship, those ones are really cool.
Yeah,
So,
they
fun
look
facts
good.
about the $2 bill. Nicknamed the Tom because it featured Thomas Jefferson portrait of the face, has been linked in the past to bribery, election rigging, gambling, prostitution, and bad luck in general. Oh shit.
Uh,
Sorry.
Jeez.
Used by Clemens University, Geneva Steel, and the Second Amendment proponents. Originally printed between 1862 to 1966, then printing resumed in 1976 for the bicentennial. Printing $2 bills is twice as cost effective as printing one note. Oh, wow. are still in circulation today and are occasionally printed. So the timeline that you see the USS New York battleship. In 1862, the federal government began printing the very first paper bills, which included the $2 bill. Paper money took a look. Wait, paper money took a while to catch on, as the coins was preferred currency at the time. Considering that at the turn of the century, most people were earning less than $15 per month, and the $2 bill was a large bill at that time. That's crazy. So, even after the inflation began to bring value of paper money and down, most people preferred to use coins. From 1929 to 1941, the country experienced the longest and deepest economic downturn to date, the Great Depression. During that time, most goods and services were less than $1, making paper currency impractical to use. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
As need and as use declined over the years, the Federal Reserve stopped printing $2 bills in 1966. Then 10 years later, the 1976, the Federal Reserve brought back the $2 bill, brought back the $2 bill with a new beautiful picture, despite the presentation and Declaration of Independence to the Continental Congress on the back of the bill. Thomas Jefferson was one of the men credited with penning the Declaration. Before the image on the back of the new bill was very fitting, they thought reprinting should increase the use and interest in the bill. But it had the opposite effect. Many Americans thought the newly designed bill, which was produced for the United States bicentennial, was going to be a special printing. Therefore, for the bills were saved as collector items, tucked away in safe deposit boxes, drawers, and keepsake boxes for a hope of future value. Then the Dirty Tom. One of the reasons the $2 bill never widely circulated is thought to be due to negative reputation. Ew.
Huh.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Okay, so
definitely interesting.
The urban legend claims that one-time election rigging was common, and the reward for a favorable note was the $2 bill. There was a belief that politicians would purchase votes for $2, therefore having the $2 bill could be seen as evidence that you had sold your vote. While most likely an urban legend, the myth still gave the bill a sinister reputation. In early 1920s, prostitution was a $2 trick, leading them to prefer the bill was a horror note. Oh my God. Oh, shoot.
Wow.
And here I am. I have like 10 of them. The gambling tracks have a $2 window, and if you won many times, you were paid in $2 bills. If you were caught with a $2 bill in a wallet, it could lead people to assume you were a gambler. $2 bill was often thought to be bad luck, as deuce was the name for the devil. Recipients would tear off the corner, believing it would negate the bad luck of the bill. This caused many of the bills to be taken out of circulation as mutilated currency. The poor Tom couldn't catch a break. The public didn't want to use these bills, so the Federal Reserve found a way to recover the cost of the printing from World War II until at least the 1980s. You could find sweet old Tom getting a workout in the military pay envelopes, USOs, post exchange commissaries, and wherever you find soldiers. Isn't that crazy?
That's very crazy. So basically, I mean, it was used for prostitution and gambling and
And they
That's
had
why
crooked
government
presidents back then. They were like, here. I'm going to buy your vote.
That is crazy.
And that,
Yes,
Wow.
it is.
Eric said, one of those things that most dollars have probably been in strippers' cracks.
I touched it.
Yes,
That's just
Yeah,
that's
that's kind
crazy.
of. Yeah, all week it was crazy. All week I was like getting $2 bills as change. I don't know if they thought I was a gambler or a whore, but I mean, I don't know. What do you
so
guys
you
think?
were asking for $2 bills?
No, I was just getting. They were giving to me as change,
That is weird.
right? So that's why I was like, it'd been collecting, so I didn't spend any of them.
Because
Well, I
for
got about one, two.
years, many years, you didn't even really see them in circulation.
No. I think I got like, oh, wait. Yeah, between Safeway and 7-Eleven, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 of them.
Eric said, weird. They are super hard to find here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in circulation in a very long time.
Me neither. Usually, like they would go through gas stations or something. Mainly, I know when I was working at a gas station, I had that was like
Really?
years ago. Yeah,
Huh.
never saw them come in a grocery store, but always a gas station.
Oh, Lord. Howard.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
But yeah, it's. And I think Jefferson. Isn't he on the penny too? Who's on? No, that's Lincoln. I'm sorry. My bad. I think Jefferson was only on. I think it was the President Washington that was on both a quarter and a bill or a note, if you want to say that. I don't think any other
George
presidents are on.
Washington.
George Washington, he on the quarter and the $1 bill. And I don't think any other presidents have doubled like between the change and a bill.
It says
Get out them $2 bills, y'all.
Martha Washington image appears on a $1 silver certificate. So what's that?
Okay, so the silver certificate was back in, I believe, I could be wrong, was back in the Depression. And the money actually had like a silver and like this right here would be red or the writing would be red. You can definitely see the difference in it and stuff. But yeah, but I believe that was back during the Depression.
Here's a fun fact. Only 2 presidents have been featured on more than one note.
Oh, 2?
Grover Cleveland's portrait was on the $20 bill from its first issuance in 1914 until 1929, when it was replaced with Andrew Jackson. President Cleveland also was on the $1,000 bill.
Which I've never seen a $1,000 bill.
Me neither.
Imagine carrying that around and thinking it's like a 1 or a 10 accidentally.
Listen, my $1 bills stick together and I get all crazy. I can't even imagine having a $1,000 bill. I'm just nope.
I mean, like, why would they take that away? Because I know I've gone to the bank and I've had to pull out like $1,000 just to go around and pay bills. But imagine you go, okay, yeah, I'll have 1,000. You want that in a big bill? They give you 1 bill. And it's like,
yeah, and can you imagine any place that would actually take that?
Right? We don't have
Because
change for that, ma'am.
I know I have problems with like a $100 bill or
Yes.
even a $50 bill.
Yep.
And people are like, we don't have change for that. Well, what do you want me to do?
You're a grocery store.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was so much money lost in $1,000. Okay, they went out because it was so much of a money loss in $1,000 bills. But I mean, is there any out there even, circulating, or anybody have one to show? Like,
I don't know. Let me see.
I mean, would it still be worth 1,000, or because it's no longer out there, would it be worth more than 1,000? Depending on the mint condition.
Okay. On July 14th, 1969, the Department of the Treasury and the Federal Reserve System announced that currency notes in denominations of $500, $1,000, $5,000, and
What?
$10,000 would be discontinued immediately due to lack of use. Although they were issued up until 1969, they were last printed in 1945.
A 10,000. Oh, literally, I got goosebumps. A $10,000 bill. Like, yeah, let me open up my wallet. I got some change here. I got a 2 and a 5. Oh, 10,000. Can you break that?
Wow, those are
Well,
the rich people.
according to this, large bills, including the $1,000 bill that were last printed in 1945 and were officially canceled by the U.S. Treasury and Federal Reserve in 1969, although it's not known how many are still out there, most of them are believed to be in
Excuse
the
me.
hands of currency collectors.
Right. I
Now,
can see that.
listen, if you got a $10,000 bill that you just collected and it's sitting in a glass box, you got to be rich.
Right?
I'm
Here,
just
yeah,
saying.
here. I got this $10,000 bill. Here, let me show you it. It's like, but I only got $100 in my bank, just.
Can you imagine though the value of some of that? I mean,
I,
that's crazy.
I could see nowadays, like maybe printing the 500 and the 1,000. But what were they thinking back in 1940s? Why would you print a bill so big when the $2 bill and a $1 bill was a lot of money? That's why they carried
Yeah.
the currency, the change.
Yeah.
Why would you do that back then? I can't even picture anybody having $10,000 back in 1940.
Me
That
I
would
neither.
be
mean, I'm sure they did, because of course you have the wealthy and the elite who remain rich.
10,000 back then would be
I know,
a billion today,
probably,
probably.
Yes.
or maybe a million. But I mean, think about it. You had old money where they inherited
Yeah,
money, and even with the Great Depression, there still remained wealthy individuals.
this is true.
You
That's
know,
just, but 1,000.
Do
I
they
can't
ever
even.
replace the old money? How does that get out of circulation?
so like when they pull money from the banks. So basically what happens
Yeah.
is say you go to the bank and your dollar bill has a rip or it has writing on it.
Yeah.
Once they put it into their counting machine and it flags it, then they send it back to the US Reserve and then they destroy it.
Wow.
Yeah. So and it never comes back into to circulation.
Circulation.
Most folks would probably think it was fake and call the cops. You're
Hmm.
probably right, Eric. It was used as a way to have money in reserves to back up the banks. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just crazy. Crazy, I tell ya.
Yeah. I can't. I mean, and I know that collectors collect coins, and even coins are worth a whole lot of money. You get coins that are either extremely old or they have mistakes on them,
Mhm.
like we were looking at last week, the double
Yep.
sided or the overlay print. You get things like that, and it's crazy how much that stuff is worth to me.
But I don't think I'd be able to hold on to that long. I'm like, oh, I got this. I myself would probably want to sell it.
Yeah.
'Cause what if all of a sudden it's like the Pokemon cards? Nope, the value of it has deflated on it. I'm like,
Like the
oh,
Beanie Babies. Do you guys
yeah,
remember when everybody went crazy over those?
I have so many of those in my garage.
Oh my gosh, people were going nuts over those.
Yep.
Just crazy. And then
And
they were
now,
worth a lot for a while.
there's only a few. I mean, there's several out there that's worth a lot. I had one of the Princess Di beanies.
Wow.
Oh
but
wow.
I don't have the original. That's what we bought a storage unit, and all these Beanie Babies were in it. And I thought I hit the jackpot with the Princess Diamond. Come to find out it wasn't the right one. I was like, oh. So
Dang
yeah,
it.
I
But it's
know.
still cool to have because she's
Yeah,
no longer here. So that's, I mean, that's an awesome piece of history,
yeah.
I would say.
Out of all of them, I think that would be the one I'd probably keep and stuff. But they're in the garage. I was like, I haven't even looked
Yeah,
at them in a long time.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy how things just hit and they're worth a lot, and then all of a sudden they're not.
I could kick my own ass because back in 1988, I had the original Barbie, the Barbie for the Christmas Barbie, I believe, New Year's Barbie, and that one's worth God, I don't even know how much, a lot. But my package was destroyed. Nieces and nephews played with it, so I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, back in the day, you get a toy. Of course, you're going to take it out of the package. You're going to play with it. Why? Because it's a toy.
Yep,
Nobody
yep.
thinks that 25, 30 years from then, it's going to
Things
be
worth
a collector's item.
freaking 10,000, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, my mindset is this because I mean, I have China and I have a China cabinet that the China is in. I have two different sets. And we use the China.
Yeah,
And people are like, well, aren't you afraid it's going to break? Well, I mean, I don't want to have it just to look at it.
yeah.
It stitches.
I hear you on that. Yeah.
I mean, now can it be replaced? No, some of
No,
it cannot. But again, I mean, my grandmothers
used
had
it.
it and used it.
Yep,
So why would I not? I
exactly.
mean, we don't use it every day, but I mean,
Special occasions.
yeah, yeah, and like the glasses and the coffee cups and things that we use that on a regular basis.
Oh, I get
So
it. I get it. I would definitely.
my
Yeah, right?
double- well, I mean, that might be a good idea, Eric. Keep one in the box and play with the other.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could see Eric playing with Barbie dolls at his age, but hey,
Yeah, and we might become like the next person on Hoarders because we would have double everything, Eric.
oh my God. You guys haven't even seen my gemstone collection. That's how I was thinking. I would buy doubles. I'd be like, okay, I like this gemstone. I don't want to sell it, so I'll buy one, keep it, and then I'll sell the other one. Well, the no gems two gemstones are alike, and I'm just like, oh man. I am a gemstone hoarder. In the front living, I got gemstones all over the place here. I mean, I can just grab but in the front living room, I have 3 glass cases
Yeah,
full of gemstones, like all different kinds from all around the world.
but that's okay. I mean, I too like gemstones, so I can see where you're coming from. And it's probably each one of those specifically do something for you.
They do, but a lot of people
So,
don't understand that.
well, but not everybody, believes in that, but
Yep,
I firmly believe in that. And I know that they work and I know that they can do things for individuals and, household needs and spiritual needs and protection needs and so listen, your gemstones are not saying get rid of me, Emmy, or give me to
you know
somebody,
that
keep them.
funny that you said that. So I would sell gemstones, but not as much as I give them away. I would to this day, I still carry gemstones with me in a lot of quartz crystals. And hey Banshee, we would go to a restaurant, and when we put down the tip, I would put a gemstone on it. One lady chased me outside, come running outside, and gave me a hug. And she goes, I was having a bad day. And she goes, this was the best tip ever. And
Mhm.
it just made her day, and sometimes here and there, I'll hand them out to people at gas stations or whatever, and it's just amazing what
Wow.
a little thing like that, like, even like this, will make somebody happy.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, you guys remember when we did that live at Oh my goodness. Penhurst.
Mhm.
Remember when Scotty had to take over for me because somebody needed
Mhm.
healing in that moment?
Yeah.
So I always carry multiple crystals with me when I investigate. Always. And I wear certain crystals too, but I have a bag that I carry on me. And he he needed one of those and I knew he needed it. And I told him, I said, keep it. This is for you. This
Yeah.
is why I had it on me today because I don't normally bring that particular bag because I
Yeah.
have them all in unique bags. I said, I
Yep.
don't typically bring that, but for whatever reason, something told me to bring it. I said, and you were that reason. I said, so take it with you on every investigation.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
That's happened many times. Like when I travel and the stewardess will help put my bag up top and she's joking around. She goes, "What do you got in this rocks?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I actually have a bunch of rocks in it." And then I'd pull those out and then I'd end up giving her one and stuff. So yeah, it's crazy how we do that.
Yeah.
You a stranger, you have that feeling. You're drawn to them. And
Mhm.
that gemstone you're carrying, you know, it's like, here,
Yeah,
take it.
because this particular young man, I didn't even know he was going to be there. I didn't know who he was. I
Mm.
didn't know he was going to need that. But for whatever reason, Spirit knew and was like, look, Chrissy, you need to take that bag. And
Yep.
I listened.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I get it. But yeah, don't get rid of any of them unless something's telling you to.
Yeah. That's why I think it's really hard for me to sell them
Because
because,
you know you need to
it's
use them.
and I
Yep.
don't feel right sometimes. Like you're saying, you know that certain crystal has to go to that person.
Mhm.
And if somebody's really drawn to that crystal, I don't have the heart to sell them. I was selling for a while, but then I couldn't do it anymore. So I
Yeah.
still buy them and give them out.
Well, and my daughter loves the crystals too, and she has specific ones that I have gotten for her that she needs for protection and things. But so we were at an event, and she was looking, and she loves the amethyst. That is her go-to. But she was drawn to something else, and she was like, "I love this one, but I have this urge to pick up this one." She said, "But it's not as pretty, mommy." And I said, "It doesn't have to be pretty. It's what's
Exactly.
meant to be." I said, "If you're drawn to that, then that's what you need to get." And that's what she ended up getting. But she had to weigh, okay, I love amethyst, but I'm drawn to this and I don't know why. And she bought it.
Yeah, I same thing to me. And the other thing is, when I do go to crystal shops or gemstone, events and stuff, I have a really bad habit of touching. I have to touch things, but then it affects me emotionally and physically. But then a certain gemstone will jump at me and I have to get it. But I hate that because you know what I'm talking about. When you're touching other things,
It okay, so for the audience, what she's talking about is basically a lot of these stones, if not all of these stones, basically are a conduit to transfer energy. So anybody who has been in contact with that stone and it's not been cleaned or saged or used salt on to clean it, that energy is
Yes.
going to transfer to you when you
yeah.
touch it.
Okay. I have next week's topic, y'all. We're
Okay?
going to talk about stones and how to clean
Isn't
them.
it crazy how we went from $2 bill to stones?
No,
It's
really,
just
because I got this one. I have this black one, and
yeah, the
I
Den
never cleaned
Onyx.
it. I never cleaned it or nothing like that, and I never put it outside in the moonlight or nothing like that. So it might not be working the way I want it to work.
Probably not. How long have you
Yeah.
had it?
2 years.
Oh, Jackie. Yeah, we're gonna
You
talk
Yeah.
need
about
to
that next week.
anytime you get gemstones,
But
even
that
ones
be, I
that
mean,
call your
I
name
don't
out,
know nothing about
you
stones.
need to
So
clean
I mean,
them,
for somebody
and
who's new in the paranormal and don't know that much about stones,
that's a
I will
perfect
topic.
topic, you guys. I really like that. I could talk gemstones for hours, and I'm kind of a sensitive. I'm an empath, but I'm not. I think Chrissy can feel a lot more than I can. Because I shut a lot off when I got married. I learned to shut it down, and I shut it down for like 18 years. because I didn't like to hear them talk. And so now I'm starting to get back into it because my kids are all grown up because I didn't want that to affect them. Because when it affected me, I was affecting everybody around me. And I
Yeah.
didn't like that. And so
I
I
don't
highly
take a
believe
shower. I make sure I take my stone off before I get in water or nothing like that.
Eric's right, but that's more so for the raw stones. When you get the finished stones, you can get those wet. And you can technically, for a raw stone, you can clean it with water
you can, except for
or selenite. You can also clean it with Himalayan sea salts. You can also put it out in the moonlight, which when you want to recharge them, that's exactly what you need to do.
um, I've I've done a lot of mine. Like I've said this story before. It was a pickup that got stolen too. God dang! When we had the full solar eclipse and we had the whole 3 minutes,
Uh-huh.
so many of my gemstones and even the ones I've given away, I packed in the back of that truck. I laid a blanket down and took them all out, and I can't even imagine how heavy that really was. Jay was driving, and he was saying he could feel the weight, but under the total eclipse, I energized them all, and then a lot of those are what I was giving away.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's super important that you do clean them
Yep,
because they can have negative effects if you don't.
I
yep.
think it's been having negative
If
Yeah.
effects.
you've never cleaned it for 3 years, and like that you got on onyx, it looks like an onyx, or it could
Yes,
be, it is onyx, okay,
Is it onyx or is it
I think it is.
obsidian?
I'm gonna get right.
there you go. Okay, with sterling silver.
It's hard to tell. Are you sure it's onyx and not obsidian?
I forgot what it was for too.
Okay.
It's supposed to like keep like
A ward off
like
evil?
yeah, or
Black
keep like
tourmaline.
negative people away from me.
Black tourmaline?
I didn't want the negativity. I didn't
Mm.
want like evil people by me, so it was supposed to take it away. Where
Well, any black stone, dark stone, green stone, and stuff like that, pretty much any black stone, um, is a grounding stone. And that helps when I go out, I always have a piece of black tourmaline and I put it in my left side or my left bra. I go nowhere without black tourmaline. I swear on that one. And then if you got the selenite will help energize or I say revamp other
Charge.
gemstones.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
It'll
That's
charge
what I'm
your
looking for.
gemstones. You bring them in when you need them. Well, hopefully nobody takes them.
And that's funny. She was talking about a hagstone. I have several of those, and I've actually collected those from here in Oregon too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because she asked if anybody knew what a hagstone was, and I did. It's a gem. It's a stone with holes in it. I can't remember the meaning of it, but yeah, we got a lot of that here in Oregon.
like I like to
Yeah.
go to who's our sponsor for Paranormal Swim Talk? It's that voodoo
Voodoo Optimista?
voodoo yeah, and they got like bracelets that a woman makes, and they have different meanings on to it, and I like getting
Yep.
those too, like
Yep.
You should
to
always
help
clean those
you.
too because it's coming from
Really,
a
because I never
decent
cleaned them
source.
neither. You have to clean them too. Oh, we gotta talk about a lot of things next
Yeah,
Yeah.
time.
there's so much that people don't understand.
Really, like
Gemstones
me.
have like some of them have little triangles, and those triangles are record keepers. And you could feel like you really got to think deep down into it, hold the crystal and concentrate, but you can feel what has happened in the past through that gemstone. It's
Wow.
there's so much, and they talk to you, they call you out, like I told you, everything on here, I have gemstones everywhere around me. Like
Well,
if my
to
house was burnt down, you can only see my gemstones. They would be the thing to survive.
Yeah. Well, and so like the place that I typically go, if I'm not going, I do like to go to caves. Caves are one of the
Yeah.
best, cheapest places to get stones. Um,
I don't
but
have to see it. I live in Louisiana.
You know what? In Louisiana,
I
believe it or
bet you
not,
do, Jackie.
even not just
Well,
gemstones, but there's shark teeth too. The what are those big sharks called? Oh
Big
God.
shark teeth.
Yes, the big black shark teeth. Oh my God.
Don't
What
you
was a
have a
big shark
10,000?
called thousands and thousands of years ago?
Howard, if I had a $10,000 bills lining my bra, shoot.
It's called Megalodon.
Megalodon. Thank you. Yes, you can find megalodon teeth actually in New Orleans or Louisiana area because that was underwater at one point. A lot of good places to find those also is in Florida. Yeah, thank you guys in chat. Whether you think so or not, there's a lot of gemstones from that state. And as you were talking about caves, Chrissy, there was a cave that was in New Mexico that they were going to, or that they filled with water, and because it is illegal to take, um, oh my God, my brain. It's the things that come down from the ceiling. Stalactite.
Yeah,
Steglamite.
tight is above,
Yep.
might is on the floor.
I have a steglamite or whatever it's called. I
Tight
got from
from the
huh?
ceiling. From the ceiling. That's a
No,
stalagmite.
it's the one from the bottom because it
That's
might reach the top.
Okay, stalagmite then.
Stalagmite, yes, because it might reach the top. So I got one of those from one of the caves in New Mexico before they flooded it, and those are illegal to actually go and get.
Really?
oh, really?
Yeah.
What does it do?
I honestly don't know. I just loved it. I liked it. I've got one also. You don't have one, Howard. Shut up.
Okay, Jackie. The best caves in Louisiana.
He's just gonna give you the cave.
Hang
Reverend, I
on.
didn't know. I know
I
they
got
have that
you, girl.
one, but we can't go walking in. I mean, we can, but they say it's bad to walk. It's dangerous.
Wolf Rock Cave, Murrell's Cave, Wild Caves, and I think that's it.
Beth is telling you right there the native rocks of Louisiana. And there are a lot of agates around, like different kind of agates, banded agates, even in up in oh God, my brain is not here today.
Well, these are well-traveled caves, Jackie. These aren't, I mean, you don't just like have to get gear and go climbing no walls or craziness.
Oh, I didn't mean that one. How is a
I
free show?
almost spilled Pepsi all over my keyboard on that one.
Oh crap. Let's see. Rumor has it Louisiana has many unmarked and unregulated caves. These caves are not
Really?
easily reachable, so be sure to do your own research and keep a good map handy.
Yeah, mini Jaspers. Thank you, Beth.
Mississippi's got caves. Girl, listen.
Like Howard wants to walk.
Hello, James. I love that you're
Well,
on.
listen. Howard don't have to go.
I don't have
You know,
anybody else
my
to go with.
original YouTube name was M as a Gem, just because of the gemstones, but a lot of my other social media is still M as a Gem.
Oh.
Because you used to sell them.
Yeah.
You used to make bracelets, and that's why
I
I
never
kept
made the
that one.
bracelets. I've done wraps. My fingers got to where I couldn't do it no more. But my best friend, one of my best friends from Japan, she would wrap.
The wire wraps.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
What's that?
That's
It's
a
a rose
coral.
quartz.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't see the color.
Wow.
And that's pretty. I love that.
Yep.
I have a story of a gemstone next week we can talk about the power of
Okay.
it and how it
Okay.
was amazing, and we still have that gemstone to this day.
Wow.
Nice.
It had to
So,
with a fire.
what's
I'm just
your
saying.
favorite gemstone, Emmy, to have around you all the time?
Well, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's always my go-to is the black tourmaline. I'll also carry a quartz with it too, because quartz helps amplify the power of it. and then also, a small piece of selenite and stuff like that. But it just depends on where I'm going. If I'm going to need, like a smoky quartz or, just it depends. But I want to say out of everything, probably my favorite. Oh God, you're making me think. Oh my God, probably. Oh,
Mine's rose quartz and tiger's eye.
Why is that? What's tiger eye? Yeah,
They
I don't know all this.
just ground me better, and so the rose quartz is it centers and focuses you, but it also focuses on the heart chakra. So anything or anyone that would have negative vibes with me, I'm not so affected when I wear the rose quartz.
So what do you have it by you?
It's on me. That's what you were
Oh,
looking
that's
at.
that's it right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
one of my favorites. And like Emmy said, so when I'm going to paranormal locations, it's depending upon what I feel that I need, or something's telling me take this just in case. Um, and again, I carry multiple stones with me all the time, everywhere I go, even if I'm not going on paranormal stuff. Like, I don't do well if we leave the house and I don't have my stones on me. And again, that's one of the reasons why Jason got me the engagement ring that he did, because it's got morganite, which is a gemstone. So even if I forget to put on a necklace, I still have the morganite stone that is always on me, because I don't take the ring off.
so like Joanne said. I live jade. Alive. I live. It must be I like jade.
I
That's
love it. A
because
lot of
of the
times
color.
Yeah.
So some people just buy it for the color. I mean, they say, "Oh, look how pretty the gem." They don't know the meaning behind it.
Sure. And here's
I
the
want to
thing,
know the
even though
meaning.
there's generalized meaning for each gemstone, um, it can do different things for different people. And you
yes.
put it in a combination with other stones, and it can do a multitude of things.
Yep.
Turquoise is a big one, and
That's one of my birthstones.
that opens your third eye up.
Mm-hmm.
It opens you
Or
wide up. So if you don't want opened and you don't really feel here, you definitely don't want to be wearing turquoise.
yeah.
Stop it.
I would probably say black opal would be one of my favorites.
Too
Just
cool for
if you're
Banjo
looking
said
at color wise.
anxiety.
But like here's one of the bags I actually take with me, just because it's
Damn.
my go-tos for people. I have several bags, but this is one of the bags that's my go-to, and I've got from oh my gosh, so many in here of different kinds, but
Yeah.
it's a go-to bag that I take. Just saying.
Hi, Derek.
And then my black opal.
Oh, that's pretty.
And the cool thing about it, it's both sides.
Nice.
Yeah. And you're talking about turquoise.
That's pretty.
So yeah, sometimes I'll wear like half of these. Here's black tourmaline.
Yep.
So yeah, that's just some of them.
I
I'm
have
proud of you. Would see
fun
bracelets
too.
all on me, and I got Beth wearing
We lost
bracelets.
Jackie.
Well, now guess what, people? We have a whole new show going on. It's the mysterious missing Jackie.
And we can't
Chrissy.
show comments, and we can't turn the live off. So we hope she comes back.
Right? We lost Jackie. Oh no, Howard! I told you not to put Jackie in the corner. Well, anyways, you guys.
Beth says she has a healing bag and a protection bag. I have that and then some.
Yeah, and Jay's like, why? he knows, but he's always giving me a hard time. He's like, "Why are your bags so freaking heavy?" It's because I have stones in them, and
Yeah.
even just carrying like little bags like this, sometimes I'll give those out to people too. And
Yeah.
there's a for people who don't know what the hey Dreads was with me, and I'd give them some gemstones too when I met them the first time. But here you
Yeah.
guys go. There's nice tiger's eye.
Mhm.
And that a lot of things too. A lot of people don't realize too. Like you have people think you have one gemstone as a birthstone. You actually have multiples. I have three, like the three top ones and stuff, like the blue topaz and the turquoise. Those are both of my go-to. Hey, Ghost Eagle, welcome. But yeah, Dreads came here. I took them to one of my favorite gemstone shops, and they actually felt power of a crystal I put in their hand, and actually her wife ended up buying one.
Jackie said, "Are y'all still on?" Listen, I shouldn't
Oh
have
shit, her hair's
called her.
messed up. She had a quickie. The
No,
fudge, Roni.
no. Now my internet just stopped on me. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes,
That's okay. I was like, yeah, so it's just me and you, and we can't post comments, and we can't
y'all
turn off
went,
the live.
y'all just went like y'all went froze on me, and then y'all turned black on me with a a white circle going around, and then it just kicked me right out. I was like, oh man, power
Eric
still
said, "Welcome
blinking.
back."
Yes, thank you.
That's funny. Now we'll get some more detailed information, and we can kind of go give you like a little lesson 101 on
Yeah.
different
Yes.
stones and what they can do,
Oh yeah.
and what you need and how to clean them, and we can kind of go over all that next
We
week.
can make so many episodes because this is only an hour show. And
Yeah, and there's a
definitely
lot of
we
stones.
can talk about like, how the chakras work, like start with, and go down.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yes. I would
Yeah.
like.
Start with, you got your heart, your I'm going like this and pulling my head. Don't listen to me. But no, there are, I'm just going to shut up because I'll just keep talking.
It's
I
okay.
love it. And one of my besties, she was never into gemstones. And Beth knows now too. It's like a potato chip. You just can't bite and eat one.
No.
Once you start feeling them, a lot of people don't feel them right away, but when you do, you don't honestly, you're not picking the gemstone out. That gemstone picks you
Mhm.
and stuff. And that's why, we get ugly ones because
It costs to.
yes, it really does. And even mine will when I'm out and about, my personal bag, certain ones in there will call out to other people around me, and I can't be selfish. I will give them to them because
Yep.
that's where they want to go.
Yep. That's where
Wow.
they're meant to be.
People think we're crazy, but we're not.
Well, listen, I love the place that I go to get mine. If I'm not going to caves to get them, I do have one store that I frequent, and I love this store because they have the sage
Yeah,
and the lighter, and they're like clean your stones before you even
nice.
put them on, so they know, which I think
Yep,
is awesome because a lot of stores don't care
they
about
don't do that. They don't do that. I wish mine did, and you know what? Maybe I should say something about that because they got the sage in there. They got
that.
they sell all that stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Nothing wrong with
With the
ugly
ugly stones,
stones.
nope. I find the ugly stones probably be the most beautiful stones.
Yep. Very true.
Yes.
Very true. Well,
They
we're
have
Yes,
the character.
I have to learn how to clean them, so that'd be a good thing to learn next week.
Gemstone 101.
there you
Yes.
go.
I mean, we could, since Chrissy knows about it, we can talk hours, I believe, on this stuff because there's just, and with Chrissy's gifts and my gifts,
Yes. Well, I know
Well,
Chrissy's gifts What's your gifts?
Well, I can hear them. I don't always see them now because that is something I'd actually blocked off. Once in a while, like at the ship, I saw a face come at me, but that's a different story. I could feel them. I get touched a lot. Um, I can communicate with them through lights sometimes. So, and then I'm an empath, a really deep empath, I want to say. I can't watch news because that really affects me, my mind, my emotions and stuff. So I'm not a news watcher. Jay has to fill me in on, hey, do you realize we're going to war? No, if it's not affecting me right now, I don't care.
I
That's
don't I don't do the news neither. It affects me too much. I
yeah,
don't. Jason will tell me what's going on. I have another friend who'll call me and go through some stuff, and if it's bad, I'm like, look, I
I don't
can't
want to
do
hear it.
that today.
Yeah.
Not today.
That's funny. His
Uh,
name's Jason. My husband's Jay. His real name's Jason.
That's
We
funny.
just call him Jay.
Well, yeah, we don't watch the news. That's why we didn't know they had bad weather come here yesterday. It's like, where did that come from? I
Well,
walked
when
outside
did
from
you
work. It's black. I mean, I'll say it was black outside. It looked like nighttime. And
wow.
with the wind, because we were under a tornado watch in this area. So when the winds came and everything, I was like, yeah, I don't trust nobody. I'm going to the front. And then when I looked out the windows in the front, I said, nope, I'm going back to the back. It was bad yesterday.
Jay has to tell me on the weather too. That's crazy. It's not so bad. I mean, I guess I can watch the Weather Channel, but if it gets into like the hurricanes and tornadoes and how it's affecting people's homes, I
Mhm.
can't watch that. And when 9/11 was happening, thank God for Nickelodeon and the Disney Channel. Those were the only two channels that I know of that never posted anything of that.
Yeah.
I
And see,
get
Beth
really
can't do the news
scared.
either. And I know it's a lot of people who are empaths. It's really hard to watch the news because it just seeing it can affect us.
Yeah.
I'll watch funny things and like somebody on a skateboard flips, and it's kind of funny. It is funny. I laugh, but I can feel it in my gut, and I'm still laughing. I'm like, oh, geez. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like kicked in the gut.
Yes. So
Well,
next week that yes, so next week that's what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking
That would be
101,
awesome.
101 lessons on gyms and how to clean them. Yeah, that's a good
That's
topic.
cool.
I'll be ready for that topic. I'll be ready for that.
Exactly,
And
Banshee. I can't watch abusive things either.
what I do want to say is don't forget New Orleans Fear Fest 2023, September 29th, September 30th, and 1st.
Can
Get
Beth
your
drop the link?
tickets.
She's usually dropping the link for Howard.
Yes.
Beth, can you
hold
please drop
hold
the
that
link?
hold that thought, ladies. Next Sunday is Mother's Day. So
Oh
are
snap!
we gonna
Okay, the following Sunday,
okay.
next Sunday we won't have a show because of
Okay,
Mother's Day, but the
Okay.
following Sunday will be on gyms.
So happy Mother's Day to all the ladies
yes, happy
Yes,
next
Mother's
Sunday.
Day.
Enjoy your family time.
yes. Y'all have a great
Definitely.
week and a great weekend next weekend. See you the following weekend. Bye.